Well, hello there. It's been a while, and it's time. It's time for a video. It's time for me to get these going. I say this every single time, but now is the time. So I've had this realization just now, meditating. It seems that the last few weeks I've been going through a lot of self-caused stress. Factors that could be easily overcome by simply changing my own perception. Now, the realization I just had was that I still have a difficult time trusting God, trusting that infinite presence, that directive principle, that source energy, whatever we want to call it. There's so many different names that just confuse the mind and the ego and the intellect, and it's everything. It is the driving force behind life, and I personally am having a difficult time trusting that. And I'm having a difficult time trusting that because in my past experiences, things that I've prayed for didn't come about. When I was going through my cancer treatment, when I was going through chemotherapy, I prayed, I said, please God, please Jesus, keep the cancer away. Keep the graft versus host disease away. Keep it all away. And what happened? It came to me. And after years of praying, I finally watched The Secret. And what The Secret taught me was that what you think about, you bring about. And what you feel about, you bring about. And I've been on this journey for about 8 years now, almost 9 years, of trying to awaken my infinite potential, of trying to awaken to my higher connection, of understanding who I am and who we are and why we're here. And I realized just now that I still have a hard time trusting God. As much as I tell you guys all these things and God wants what you're wanting and it satisfies the intellect, but deep down within me, I still have a difficult time trusting. Now I wanted to share this because I think that I'm on the brink of a new revelation, and I hope that those who are watching this, if you are watching this, that you might feel the same way, that you feel that it's difficult to trust God. It's difficult to trust this unknown force that sometimes we feel, but we can never see. Trusting that things do work out for me. Trusting that things are working for me, not against me. Truthfully, we are always guarded. We are always watched over. But in our limited human perspective, when we don't do any cultivating of the spirit, when we're always stuck on making the money, paying the bills, satisfying our children, satisfying our relationships, blah, 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 all these extraneous factors that, we have limited control over. We forsake almost our spiritual evolution, our spiritual growth. So what I want to say is, if you're having a hard time trusting God, you're not alone. You and I, if nobody else, at least you and I are together in this. Sometimes it's really difficult trusting things you've never seen. Sometimes it's hard to trust that somebody loves you when they don't always show it because they're stuck in old habits or old behaviors. And even though you can't always see it, there's something within us. There's that aspect of our higher self, our soul, that tells us that that person loves us. That tells us that God is with us. That tells us that that soul aspect of who we are, our true self, is God, is the infinite presence, is source energy, is consciousness. It's hard to trust, especially when things haven't always worked out for us in the past. But the only way to overcome the past is to live fully in the present and to do the work inwardly so that we can have that realization, that understanding that we are beyond the body. We are beyond the intellect. We are beyond the mind. That the mind is the bridge between body and spirit, between God and awakening. I hope that helped you a little bit. It helped me talking about it. And if you disagree, I would love to hear what you have to say. If you agree, fantastic. I can't wait to hear your guys' comments, concerns, or questions. I really love you. We're all going through this together. We're all on this awakening journey together. Even if we don't recognize it yet, it's still happening. I love you guys forever and always. Talk to you next time.